Okay, so I need to clarify something. I am not famous. I don't have a million followers, I've never been in a movie, and I certainly don't have a fan club. But apparently, none of that matters when you kinda sorta maybe look like a C-list celebrity. And that, my friends, is exactly how I ended up getting free food, a VIP hotel suite, and a security team I did not ask for. Oh, and I may or may not have almost been arrested for identity fraud. Let me explain. So, I was at the airport, just minding my own business, waiting for my flight, when this guy comes up to me, absolutely losing his mind. He's like, "Oh, my God, it's you." And I'm standing there like, "Me?" Before I could say anything else, he whips out his phone and shoves it in my face. And there was a picture of some random actor I had never heard of. And I gotta admit, the resemblance? Uncanny. Like if I squinted, maybe we shared the same face structure. But that was it. And instead of correcting him, I hesitated. Look, it was a long travel day, I was tired, and my brain was like, would it really hurt to play along, just for a second? So, I did what any sane person would do. I went, yeah, hey man, what's up? That was my first mistake. Because before I knew it, this dude had called over his friends, and now there's a whole group of people freaking out over me. Next thing I know, an airport employee pulls me aside and whispers, "Sir, would you like to use our private lounge? For security reasons?" Now, at this point, I was in way too deep. If I backed out, I'd look like a fraud. But if I kept going, I could just see where this led, right? So of course I nodded. Yeah, that sounds great. And that's how I found myself sipping free champagne in an airport lounge, pretending to text my agent. Meanwhile, I'm desperately Googling the celebrity's name, so I don't mess this up. When I finally got on my flight, I thought that was the end of it. But no, because when I landed, things got even weirder. Apparently, someone had tweeted about seeing me at the airport, and now, by some miracle of bad luck, a small crowd of people was waiting at baggage claim. How did they even get here so fast? And then, this hotel manager appears out of nowhere and goes, "Mr. Reynolds, we are so honored to have you. Your suite is ready." At this point, I was like, who is Mr. Reynolds? So, I checked my phone. Turns out, the celebrity I apparently looked like was named Ethan Reynolds. Some indie actor with a couple of Netflix roles. Still, not exactly Tom Cruise, but famous enough for people to lose their minds over. At this point, I had two choices: come clean and look like a total idiot, or roll with it and see what happens. So of course I rolled with it. So, there I am, living my best fake celebrity life. Free food, a penthouse suite, and a hotel staff that treats me like royalty. And for a while, it was amazing, until it wasn't. See, I had forgotten one tiny detail. Actual celebrities have schedules. And apparently, Ethan Reynolds was supposed to be at some fancy event that night. And when I didn't show up, well, people started asking questions. One of the hotel staff knocked on my door, looking concerned. "Sir, your driver says you missed your red carpet appearance. Should we reschedule?" Excuse me, what? That's when I knew. I had to get out of there. Fast. I grabbed my bag, made a run for the elevator, and booked it toward the exit. But just as I stepped outside, bam, security. A whole squad of them. And guess what? They were not my security. They were actual event security looking for Ethan Reynolds. One of them steps forward, earpiece and all. "Sir, we need to escort you back inside." And in that moment, I had never regretted anything more in my life. I had exactly two options: confess the truth, or do something incredibly dumb. Obviously, I did the dumb thing. I grabbed my phone, pretended to take a super important call, and muttered, "Hey guys, gotta go. Scorsese needs me on set." And then, I ran. To this day, I have never run faster in my life. I must have looked insane, just a random guy in a hotel bathrobe sprinting through the streets. But somehow, by some miracle, I made it back to the airport, jumped on the next flight home, and never looked back. So, what did I learn from all this? Well, for starters, lying is bad. But if you ever find yourself in a situation where people mistake you for a celebrity, maybe, just maybe, say no before you end up on a security watch list. And to Ethan Reynolds, wherever you are, I'm so sorry, man. But also, maybe change your look a little. Just saying. Anyway, if you enjoyed this story, Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, if you were mistaken for a celebrity, would you roll with it? Or would you confess immediately? Let me know. Explain.